Hello, everyone. Have you seen the video where the Minister of Power of this illegitimate administration was berating Nigerians over the usage of electricity? And I think what I would just do for now is to just allow you, listen to that particular video. So take a listen.
We are all Nigerians. A few people are only privileged to sit on the high table here. We are on the same level. We must be able to talk the truth to ourselves. We don't have the culture of consumption management in this country in terms of power, just because of the cheapness of the tariff we pay for power. A lot of people will come back from work. They want to have dinner or they want to play with their colleagues down the road. They switch on the AC for the room to be cooling before they come back. Yes, some people will be going to work in the morning. A freezer has been left on for days. They will still leave it on when all the items in the freezer are already frozen. And 5, 6, 8 hours of their absence will not be able to defreeze. They will still leave it. It will consume power just because we are not paying enough. We've all been overseas before. We know how conscious the power consumers are to consumption of electricity.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Honestly, Nigeria people, the kind of insults we receive from these charlatans who have, who have sort of like captured the state, and they feel that they have someone who has captured the state. So every soul of every Nigeria has been captured, and they are really on the path to pauperize Nigerians and turn everybody to a very poor person, so that at the end of the day, when they come and just drop crumbs for us, that's all they need to be able to rule us and do whatever they want to do. Not just rule us, but their children rule our children, and their children's children also rule our children's children. God forbid, that's never going to happen by the grace of God. And that's why you and I and every one of us must put in that effort, everything that is needed to make sure that Nigeria, becomes a country that works for everyone, that the people are the ones who are in charge and not some charlatans who get their way into office no matter how, that they get their ways who don't care no matter how they get their ways into offices. It's really something else. And while he was recklessly talking, I took some notes down, and if you notice towards the end of the video, the person beside him knew that he was just yarning absolute nonsense. He was just speaking like a very incompetent person who has nothing to say, nothing to do, nothing to add, no value to add, and was looking for whoever it was that he was going to blame, and he was looking at himself and thinking that he was actually making sense. And you could see him just tapping him to say, guy, calm down. Because there was already, and for the first time, I think he was talking to journalists, there was murmuring from the audience. You could see people were already talking towards the end when he was just yarning all of that nonsense that he was going through. He talked about the fact that we are all Nigerians, we don't have culture of, consumption management. So fine. And that's the reason why you have, prepaid meter, right? You go and carry your you buy your what do you call that thing, units, electricity units, and you put them in. If you like, put on all your lights. Nobody cares. Even abroad, nobody's gonna come and tell you off your light, don't off your light. How is that any of government's business? That's none of government's business. That's not what government does. The thing is that they sell you this electricity. It's your bill that we tell you. So even here that he's talking about, people know to off light. If they don't off it, they're going to keep buying those units. So that's already in place. If he was speaking before the era of unit prepaid, and that's why even a lot of people have been asking for this prepaid. Some areas where they don't have it, it's even the electricity, the people that are supposed to supply them, that don't actually supply them, because they would rather do this estimated value that they never come and actually check and read and find out whether the estimated value it is what it is, or they need to refund you, or you need to give them something else. Because at the end of the day, look at what happened now. They say a lot of people are in band A. Band A means you're getting 20 hours of electricity. How many Nigerians are getting 20 hours of electricity? I was shocked when my husband was like, When they say 20, I say we are not getting, but I say, well, we are in band A. I say, which band A? Do we even get 4 hours of electricity? Talk less of 20 hours of electricity, even as I'm speaking to you right now. So the only thing is that you know that, you save your units. If they don't bring electricity, it's not you. So coming out to come and start berating and say that, Nigerians don't have, culture of consumption management. Has the government, that the legitimate government that he is representing, have they had the culture of deliverance, of good governance? Have they had the culture of doing the right thing, doing the needful that they are supposed to do before he sits down there, blaming citizens? Then he talked about the fact that, people will come from work, they want to go and visit someone, they switch on their AC for the room to cool. Yes, even abroad that he's talking about, people come on and switch on their heater for the house to heat up. I stay abroad. It's not as if in Nigeria we don't stay abroad. We don't know what abroad is. I've stayed abroad. It's your bill. You're the one that pay. Government will provide this thing for you 24/7. The way you use it is the way you use it. When I go to stay with my daughter, I was there in short from October last year to January this year. I was in Aberdeen with my daughter, and me, I can't deal with cold. No, I can't deal with cold. My heater is on. I'm taking it to 30 something. It's when it heats properly. If I want to bring it, if it's too hot, I bring it down a little bit. My daughter will be like, "Oh, I said, that's it. My money pays. There was no taking off light. The light is there 24/7. If I want to consume everything, I will consume everything. I will do I'll do the pay. You've not been able to give people electricity. The people you put in bad day, you say it's 20 hours of electricity. You've not supplied them the 20 hours of electricity. You're sitting down there because of a privileged lifestyle that you have, a privileged life that you have. You have the audacity to sit down and be looking at everybody because you people feel that, the rest of us should continue to be slaves to you. And I think some of the things that I've read is someone who comes from a privileged background who feels that, privilege is only there that should enjoy the good things of life. The rest of us should be slaves to them, should forever be slaves to them, and then we'll be there. Our children will also be their slaves to their children. By the grace of God, that will not happen. This Nigeria, we will fix this Nigeria and get a country that works for everybody. This thing that you people have, it's when you come to Nigeria that you are big men and women, but when you go that same abroad, you are nothing, because that same thing, that same life that you maintain, that you think makes you big men and women, is what everybody have everywhere. And that's why I always say that I don't want to help anybody. I want people to not need my help, to have the kind of life that I'm enjoying with, even when they don't have as much money, because those are basic things about life. So of course people switch on this thing, AC, to cool. Yes, let it cool. There is heat. You know the problem that comes with heat. There are people who can't sleep. There are so many discomfort that comes from it. And somebody wants their room to cool. It's their business to want their room to cool. You provide electricity for them. Let them pay for it. So you can't come and say that, after first of all, making life difficult for people, removing disposable income from the hands of people, making the everything, the environment very, very hostile for businesses, throwing people into poverty more and more, and then you're coming to come and say that, you're increasing light because of whatever the light bill that you've increased. Then he talked about something that that people will leave the freezer on and go. That's supposed to be Minister of Power. Tinubu knows many people. He will bring a technical. He says strategies without strategy. Other than people, who do you see around there? People that have corruption cases, they are the ones that have to. If you don't, it's either you have corruption cases or you're very incompetent. That's how you get to be there. Or you're going to be doing yes sir, licking their bottom and licking their feet. That's the way you can go in there and stay in there. Otherwise, doesn't the freezer regulate itself? Even if it doesn't, I should be putting off freezer. This same abroad, me, they live on sometimes, so I've never had to put off freezer. I was in DC at least from immediately after election, March 2023. When did I even come back? Was it September? I think I came back September. Yeah, September was when I returned, right? I didn't have to off freezer one day. Here. I didn't have to off freezer one day. That now they are telling you that, this, that. I don't blame them, shall. Now the sea finish. See finish, that's what is happening. They want to turn every one of us to odes, that they will not be matching our head. They want turn us to mumu. They want use our head. That head that they no go see and use. Na their own head, na im they go use.